Congratulations, young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did.
And when it comes to the people around Diddy, the ones that knew him the best, the ones that were closest to him, they all seem to be dying at a very young age of oddly similar causes.
That fucker. I'm sorry, I'm a little upset about it. Because Al B. Shore just came out of his coma, and I've been talking to Al, and we've been texting back and forth, and I'm just glad that he's alive to text.
Oh, wow. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, Al B. Shore, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Shore was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone. Just him, I guess.
Diddy sure does remind me of somebody. With all the research I've done, I feel like it's obvious. And I want to see if you see it too. But in order to do that, we gotta look at some of Diddy's past relationships. So I'm just gonna introduce you to some people, give a little description of their relationship with Diddy, and then at the end you can tell me if you see it too. For entertainment purposes, of course, because I know absolutely nothing, and I'm just making this stuff up. Alright, first up, and to set the tone for this video, I'm sure most people by now know Diddy's ex-wife, Kim Porter. And most people are finding out exactly what their relationship was all about. She passed at 47 of pneumonia. Alright, next up is Heavy D, who once Diddy considered his big brother, but had a falling out over a certain incident. Suddenly passed away at 44. They first blamed it on pneumonia, but then changed it to a blood clot. Alright, next up is this man, Andre. He was the first one to discover and sign Diddy. He suddenly passed at 59 because of heart complications. Alright, now real quick. There was Al B. Shore, who was Kim Porter's ex-husband, who suddenly slipped into this weird coma and blames a certain someone. Then there's Jamie Foxx, who's known for going back and forth with Diddy.
Jokes on Saturday Night Live about Puffy and Jennifer, and she got mad. I saw her at the Grammys, and she was upset with me. Now, I know Jennifer from In Living Color. She was the fly girl and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? We go back. You know what I'm saying? I remember before the J-Lo, I remember when it was just, hey, ho. I'm serious.
Well, he slipped into a weird coma where he was gone for 20 days. And then Jamie's buddy Martin Lawrence, who came out and said there was something suspicious about Jamie Foxx's coma.
Martin Lawrence has broken his silence on Jamie Foxx's mysterious medical condition, and fans are saying Jamie's situation is very similar to Martin's infamous 1996 breakdown when he claims someone tried to kill him.
So many things that Black people have been through, and the comedians that represent are the culture. We represent the culture from our pain.
Jamie Foxx is still in the hospital recovering from an undisclosed and serious medical condition. Fans are getting...
You see, Martin is good friends with Russell Simmons. If you've seen my other video, you know that he's really good friends with Diddy. Well, even Martin fell into this weird coma where he was almost unalived back in '99. And then there's DMX, who had a long-standing relationship with Diddy and even tried to expose him. And even he suddenly passes at 50. With all those weird unalivings and strange situations, Diddy sure does sound like somebody else I know. I just can't remember their name. Maybe you can help me out in the comments. Y'all stay safe.
Jamie Foxx says he was poisoned by Diddy and he turned him into the FBI. And allegedly he got poisoned by Diddy because he was in freak-off tapes and the feds called him as a witness. And this is something that's been speculated about Jamie Foxx for quite some time, but now he's actually saying it out of his mouth. In Jamie Foxx's upcoming Netflix comedy special, he made a startling claim that Diddy was behind the stroke that he suffered a year ago. He went into detail about what happened before, during, and after his health scare, and then looked at the audience and said Diddy was responsible for my stroke. And what's crazy is there is a celebrity bodyguard that has been speaking about this for over a year, and he recently just did an interview right before this information dropped, speaking on it again, and he said the information was about to come out.
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
Wait, you're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this.
Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
You get called to testify. If you on camera and some of this footage, and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, it's ways in this industry people go about doing things. But by the time this drop, this is going to be in the stratosphere. It's going to be in the ether by the time this drop. You can probably look it up right now. But by the time this interview drop, this is going to be out in the ether for sure.
Now, this celebrity bodyguard went on to explain how they would use cyanide, and this is a highly toxic, fast-acting poison that can be lethal. And what I found really crazy is if it's not enough to be lethal, it can actually cause pneumonia because it leads to a decrease in oxygen utilization. We know that Kim Porter passed away from pneumonia. It can be exposed by being inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin or other means. I'll Be Sure has spoke about how Diddy is the one that allegedly put him into his coma after speaking out that he thought that Kim Porter was unalived. And today, I'll Be Sure took to his Instagram and shared this post of him and Jamie Foxx. I'll Be Sure even took to Instagram again just recently when that book was sold on Amazon about Kim Porter, saying what happened to Kim Porter and what happened to him. He explained how Kim was taken from us too soon before she could complete her true thoughts on everything that she was going through with Diddy, and her disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. Kim Porter was getting ready to expose the reality of being abused, drugged, and trafficked, just like Cassie Ventura. He said that Kim was taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Miss Cassie Ventura did by igniting the bonfire, which brings us here today with the avalanche that brought Satan to their chambers. For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about and tagging random law enforcement agencies in hopes to protect loved ones, avoid deaths and tragedies that can have all been avoided. He said he has been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up the crimes that you are all now very aware of. He said the costly campaign to silence and physically harm me from exposing. It aimed to prevent me from further sharing public facts and insights that Kim Porter shared with me during our frequent and intimate conversations in her attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly ending my life. Fortunately, I'm the only survivor by the blessing of a medical team that initially gave up on me because multiple system organ failure, septic shock, incubation, and being on a ventilator for 38 days, and it forced me to visit death's doorstep. But the God I serve and worship had another plan. Keep in mind that this is just a G-rated version of what I have endured for over a decade to silence me. I also kept forensic records of every individual who was sent my way to set me up, track me, gaslight me, and allegedly cause harm to my system. I'll Be Sure then went on to explain how he told the feds that they need to reinvestigate Kim Porter's death. I'll Be Sure even said back in the day that he told Kim Porter to call the FBI, and there have been rumors that she was actually working with the FBI before she passed away. So now we have multiple people confirming that Diddy's MO is poisoning them when they are getting ready to out something, just like I'll Be Sure said from the very beginning that he thought that Kim Porter was unalived. Now we have Jamie Foxx confirming that Diddy allegedly poisoned him, and this is what led to his stroke and put him in the hospital because he was called as a witness by the feds because he was found on Diddy's freak-off tapes. People are claiming that this is Diddy's MO, and what would these people have to gain from saying something crazy like this? Like, I am telling y'all, anybody that had a weird passing that was around Diddy or even a medical emergency needs to be investigated, and I really hope that the FBI does have this information and they're highly investigating it because it's way too crazy for somebody just to make that shit up. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
We thought you were crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. Pray for the young people. You know what this is. It's not a game. And please understand very clearly, there is zero woosah moments, me talking about situations for over more than a decade and a half, and then all of a sudden everybody woke up like, whoa, yo, we thought you were crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy to tell a mother on 3 forms of public transportation across a bridge to get to work to support me that, hey, I may have to pass on these opportunities for scholarships because I'm going to write a song and we're going to eat for the rest of our lives. That's crazy. But what I am not is a liar. That I'm not. All I did was give the science. I was ignored, laughed at, ridiculed, things of that nature. But that's okay. My God is so much bigger that my God got me. And I got you.
Hey Jamie, how are you, buddy? You looking great? Hey, I have a question for you about this whole P. Diddy thing. About the rumors that are just online are just crazy. I wonder if you could just clear it up for the fans and...
God bless you.
How are you feeling, though?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better.
Is the poisoning rumors true or not? I know it's kind of crazy, right? Thank you. Clear it up for the fans and.
God bless you.
How are you feeling though?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better.
Is the poisoning rumors true or not? I know it's kind of crazy, right?
There are a few names in association with Diddy that pop up that you would not expect. I know I didn't. For example, Anne Heche.
Is on the gurney there and tries to get up before going in the ambulance, but firefighters get her in the ambulance and take her to a nearby hospital.
And new details are being released tonight about the death of actress Anne Heche. The coroner's office revealing tonight that she was not impaired with any illicit substances when she crashed her Mini Cooper into a Mar Vista home in August.
And Anne Heche actually did 2 interviews on Ellen, and each time they were getting deeper and deeper, and she was revealing more and more information. And a lot of people thought that Anne Heche was actually getting ready to expose Ellen for being involved in trafficking. And honestly, this doesn't surprise me because who Ellen surrounds herself with.
To get back on the death wagon and start believing the lies that we've been crammed in. Every single truth that I spoke, I was hit more, buried more, or despised more. Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. I did not and could not ask God for what that would be.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ellen. Happy birthday to you. You didn't invite me to the party, so I'm just here in my office having shots in honor of one of the most beautiful women in the world.
In another wild twist surrounding Diddy and Ellen DeGeneres, the feds have allegedly uncovered new evidence that could link these two to the death of Ellen's ex-girlfriend, Anne Heche. So you already know Diddy's name has popped up in connection to multiple high-profile deaths over the years, from Tupac and Biggie to his ex Kim Porter. But now there's some evidence seemingly hinting that Ellen also used Diddy's methods to silence people who threatened to expose her, and one of them might have been Anne Heche. So there's this shocking interview with Anne that just resurfaced where she claimed that Ellen tried to institutionalize her and then silenced and blackballed her for over 20 years. See, Anne was initially very outspoken about her toxic relationship with Ellen, and the more she talked, the more she started touching on some pretty disturbing allegations surrounding Ellen's rumored role as a gatekeeper and recruiter for Hollywood predators. Now here's where Diddy comes in. He and Ellen used to be very close, and they had each other's backs for years. And just recently, Ellen's bizarre post resurfaced where she wished Diddy a happy birthday on Twitter, saying, "Happy birthday, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs," or as I call him, Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff. You don't need to know why. Yes, we do need to know why, Ellen, because why were you snuggling with someone who's now being accused of doing the unthinkable to victims as young as 9? Now, these lawsuits against Diddy may be new, but the allegations have been following him since the 90s, and it's hard to believe Ellen had no idea what Diddy was up to.
The alleged spanned 3 decades, with the alleged victims ranging from men and women who claim they were during Combs' parties to a 9-year-old who claims Combs did him in a music studio.
When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts.
But that's not all. Remember when Ellen's longtime DJ, Stephen Twitch Boss, supposedly unalived himself in September 2022, just weeks after he and his wife Allison went on Jennifer Hudson's show and talked about expanding their family?
No, but we really do. I love the little babies. I love them. And to be quite, it's a constant conversation.
Okay, But you know what's also disturbing about the timing of Twitch's death? He actually passed just 4 months after Anne Heche died. What are the odds of 2 people close to Ellen dying within months of each other? Of course, things like that can happen sometimes, and there doesn't necessarily have to be some deeper meaning behind it. However, with more details now surfacing about Ellen's close relationship with Diddy, fans are starting to question whether we were told the real truth about Anne Heche and Twitch's passing. And now some sources are saying that both Anne and Twitch may have known too much about what went down between Ellen and Diddy, or maybe they got too close to the truth about some of Hollywood's darkest secrets. It's now being alleged that Anne was silenced for something she was about to reveal, and several witnesses have come forward with claims that her accident was no accident at all. The way the car crash was reported, the weird details surrounding her final moments, like the way they put her in a body bag and then she popped out of it moments before they put her in the ambulance. There's a lot about Anne's accident that doesn't add up. So was it really set up? Did Diddy and Ellen work together to stop Anne from speaking out?
Did you know that the Menendez brothers case and P. Diddy is all linked?
I did a deep dive last night on the Menendez brother case, and I found out something very interesting. Their dad, the Menendez brothers' dad, worked for RCA Records. Guess who was the CEO of RCA Records? Take a look. And would you look at that? CEO of the RCA Music Group, Clive Davis. Who was Clive Davis? Clive Davis was P. Diddy's mentor. He's the top of the food chain. He runs this whole game. The cards are falling, guys. It's all about to be exposed. What do you think?
Macaulay Culkin was also a victim of Diddy. After returning from one of Diddy's parties, he couldn't walk properly for about a week. When Macaulay was young, his abusive father, Kit Culkin, sent him to Diddy, hoping to gain money and fame, completely ignoring how dangerous Diddy was. The experience left Macaulay with lifelong trauma. He was only 13 years old when he attended one of Diddy's parties, where he inexplicably slept for 3 days. During that time, he had no memory of what happened, only recalling the excruciating pain he felt upon waking up, and for a long time, he struggled to walk normally. Even more disturbing is that Macaulay and Justin Bieber weren't the only ones. Many other kids endured similar horrific experiences. Macaulay wants to testify during the trial, hoping to seek justice and prevent other children from suffering the same fate. He refers to that period as living in darkness, where he lost his childhood innocence and suffered irreparable harm. Even though he is now a father of 2, he still cannot reconcile with those memories. He vows never to treat his children as commodities or hand them over to the devil. He refers to Diddy and his father as heartless people, which shows just how deep an impact this event had on Macaulay.
Let us find out that he took this precious angel, Brittany Murphy, from us, and all these people around Diddy seem to be unalived by pneumonia as young, thriving people. I know way more about this than I probably should because I loved the woman, but she passed away in 2009 from pneumonia and anemia because that's normal at 32, right? She also had the same coroner as Whitney Houston, Paul Walker, Tom Petty, Michael Jackson, and Kim Porter, who is his ex. And when asked to reopen her case, he suddenly passed away too. Brittany got married to this guy who was never good enough for her. His name was Simon Monjack. He was sleazy and yeah. Anyways, apparently he owed celebrity trainer who is heavily associated with Diddy, Harley Pasternak, a lot of money. That's the same trainer that was threatening to put Kanye away in a mental hospital. Weird, isn't it? Weird for a trainer to do. Simon here ended up passing away from the same exact causes 5 months later. And there was said to be mold in the house, but no one ever verified that. And her mom was living there too and never got it. Her father has been trying to reopen the case and no one wants to listen to him. And he's convinced rat unaliving was used in what happened to her and probably him. Now after all this Diddy stuff has come out, it's very suspicious. So let us find out that you were involved in this because we loved this woman. Rest in peace, beautiful. I am so sorry for what happened to you. You should still be here.
People that are attached to Diddy and that are pulling the strings. One of them is Beyonce.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about
and one
that.
of them is Jay-Z. Now, very interesting. Anytime you watch the Grammys, every single woman artist, they always thank Beyonce. Every damn time. From Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, Adele,
Britney Spears.
Yeah. Lizzo. But why? So theory goes that way back when Aaliyah, one of the biggest hip-hop artists back in the day, she was on the rise at the same time as Beyonce. But who was in power at the time? Obviously Jay-Z and Beyonce. And as we know, Diddy, theory goes that they decided to take out Aaliyah because she was such a competition to Beyonce to be #1. And she really was. She was about to outshine her, right? Now check this out. There's another artist that died.
The one with the swoop? I forgot her name.
Left Eye.
Left Eye,
Yo,
yeah.
check this out. This one's crazy, right? Aaliyah, Left Eye, and Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson. All 3 of them, they died on the 25th day of the month. Aaliyah died on August 25th. Left Eye died April 25th. Michael Jackson died June 25th. All 3 of these celebrities, people are saying they were lined up and taken out by the string pullers, which are who? Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy. Now, somebody exposed it though, and it's an artist we all know, fam. It's a popular rapper we all know and love.
Oh, yay.
No. What? J. Cole.
My aunt
highest of my life is Beyonce in this album for me. We f***ing adore you. You are our light.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Thank you to Beyonce. Thank you to Beyonce.
I also have to say thank you to Beyonce, just so that way we keep the dance community safe. Someone had to.
And the Grammy goes to... You can read it.
Harry Styles!
Thank you, Beyonce. You're amazing. Yeah.
The fact that Beyonce made a country record changed the game. So thank you.
Beyonce.
Is it the She Knows? Yeah, it's She Knows. But the popular one is like, oh, She Knows. So it's like Sean Knowles.
Knowles,
like,
yeah.
So Jay-Z's real name is Sean, and P. Diddy's name is Sean, and Knowles is the last name of Beyonce. All right, but check this out. The lyrics tell themselves. Remember the three celebrities I was talking about? Yeah. In the song, J. Cole says, R.I.P. Aaliyah, R.I.P. Left Eye, what? Michael Jackson, I see ya just as soon as I die.
Wait, what did he say? Michael Jackson, I see ya?
So he's saying like he sees who died. He's pointing out each one. TikTok is going crazy about the She Knows, but there's more lyrics that tie in.
What does it say?
Later in the song, he says, got me up so high, try to get a piece of the apple pie. So Apple Pie is a song by Destiny's Child, featuring who? Beyonce, part of Destiny's Child. Yeah. And there's more. Everybody knows this song. Popular Beyonce song. If you want it, what? Put a ring on it. He says here, wait, what you want from to put a ring on it? Now check this out. It goes later in the song. I can't be what you want me. Well, alright, slow it down though. I can't be what you want from me. Beyonce. Oh! Yeah, fam! That's what he's saying. The whole song is about Beyonce. Who's he signed to?
Oh, he signed to them?
He signed to Rock Nation, fam.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
He signed to Rock Nation, Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Really?
It's all there.
Is it all connected? What do you guys think? I mean, this is some heavy stuff. We still haven't gotten the Epstein Client List, and Jeffrey's no longer with us. Since Diddy seems to be the Epstein of the music industry, can we expect the same outcome? How about this? Do you really think the likes of Epstein and Diddy are at the top of their respective pyramids, or do they have to answer to someone? And if so, who are they answering to?
And the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address to my child. None of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talks because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about Michael.
Right.
I'm Michael now.
Right,
Every Michael you can think of, but mostly Godfather Michael now.
Opinion or knowledge, how long was he an informant?
I think probably since the 90s.
Wow.
We had a conversation before, and if look at the things he was able to do. You were able to do all these things, nothing happened. His friend, one of his partners, they got convicted for selling drugs for the company. Nothing never happened to him. And he got Obama to give him a pardon with no problem at all. I can go to Obama and say, hey, my childhood friend is in prison for life, let him go. It would never happen.
That's for sure. And that did happen with Puffy.
We wouldn't be having. Yeah. 1,000%.
You think Obama had anything to do with any of these parties that he had?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You got presidents, you got preachers. T.D. Jakes is one of the biggest black preachers around that everybody loves. Everybody in prison, if they try to get the word of religion, They're not going to the chapel somewhere. They're turning to watch T.D. Jakes. He had to resign from his whole community.
That's right.
You talking about the top of the top.
Unbelievable.
And just like that, all of a sudden Kanye isn't so crazy after all, is he? A lot more things make sense today. I fell down rapper TikTok last night, listening to Bodyguards and all kinds of black podcasts. Holy shit. People have been trying to tell us about this forever, and we just didn't listen. A lot like Alex Jones, huh? No one, I couldn't understand why it was Homeland Security that arrested Diddy, and now it all makes sense. Listen to Kanye. Diddy was a Fed. Diddy was a Fed. They are reporting on mainstream media that the racketeering charges against Diddy involve the New York Police Department. The New York Police Department was doing Diddy's dirty work. Holy shit. And they used him to keep people under their thumb, to keep celebrities under their thumb. So like celebrities that would come out, LeBron James, always toting some fucking liberal foreign policy line, and you're like, why would you be saying, shut the fuck up? All these people, they are not just perverts, but they are the worst human beings among us. J-Lo, Will Smith, the list just keeps getting longer. You know Oprah's in there. Like this, it's unreal. The things that have never made sense for the last 30 years, everything makes a lot more sense now. And we should probably start listening to people that sound fucking crazy, because this shit's gonna get, it's already gotten so fucking wild. But the trafficking of minors, this is going to just destroy. It should destroy the entire music industry, the celebrities, it's LeBron James, Shaq, like all the biggest everybody's, like they are all fucking perverts. They're all perverts. And what's even more, they're all gay. And why hide it? Like, why have they been hiding it? I don't understand that. They all promote that. They all promote pride, but yet they're all in the closet. This is just, it's good. I love it. I love it. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, and we're just seeing the first cracks in the dam. The FBI is more corrupt than anybody even knows. And I bet you the CIA's in on it. And we all know the Democrat Party's in on it, because all these people were always toting the Democrat line. Look who they're endorsing. So how are those people not in on it, right? Like, this is going to involve the Clintons, Obama. Oh, shit. Like, who's ready for the most epic shit show of our entire fucking lives? This is the shit that I've been waiting fucking 30 years for. Fuck the celebrities. Let's watch the mighty fall and burn. I'm excited. What a wild time to be alive. Long live the Republic. Let's hope this is the fucking upswing.
And what are we to make of the deafening silence coming out of Hollywood and the music industry, right? Are they nervous? They seem nervous to me. How many celebs themselves are on the Diddy tapes? Well, it's quiet, but not all quiet. Disapproval has been voiced by some surprising people. John Legend, for example. We know he's foul.
Sean Diddy Coombs, you were on his last album. Are you also feeling that the idea of the abuse of women, domestic partner abuse, it needs to be really handled once and for all and not swept under the carpet as it has been for so long? Let's just say in your industry.
Oh, well, I was horrified by the allegations that I heard about Mr. Combs, and of course horrified by the video evidence that was released after that. But I was horrified by the descriptions that I read before the video evidence came out, and absolutely is something that needs to be brought to light when it happens. And my default stance is to believe women when they make these accusations and to make sure that we do whatever we can to support women who are making these allegations and make sure that they're heard and that any kind of accountability and reparations can be made to make these women whole again. It's shameful what Mr. Combs has been accused of, and you know, I only want the best for Cassie, but also for all the other victims that have alleged that he's abused them. It's really tough to see those descriptions and to see those videos. It's quite a shame, and I really just want accountability and hopefully some healing for all of his victims.
Public place, you did it. Is this the best or the worst? What do you do?
The best.
Okay, the best. Probably the Obama thing.
John, what's the? Oh God.
Oh God.
John.
What?
What is your wife talking about?
I don't know.
We heard
We're not-
Obama in there.
He should get back in. What happened?
We're not going to discuss that.
We're not going to discuss it?
We're not. We're not.
Okay. Oh my God. Secret Service. Come here, jump back in.
Hi.
Look at John. Look at, I don't.
Hi.
We're not talking about it. That's the truth.
That is an awesome answer.
Not the White House.
Not the.
It was not.
It
the
was
White
not
House,
at the White House.
It was 100% not at the White House. I promise.
He was
you.
not elected yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we're moving on.
I'm sorry. I'm in trouble now.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. When I hear things. But Kesha changed the lyrics to her song in protest.
Hands together for Kesha!
And one of the biggest surprises to me was Kathy Griffin. I mean, she hates Trump so much, I was certain she was on a Diddy list, but she is not having any of it. And she's never been one to bite her tongue, so when she speaks, she mean what she say.
Hey, you guys, it's me. I'm having a tuna meltdown without the tuna melt. I actually have a show tonight in Honolulu, but look, I'm still obsessed with the Diddy stuff. And you guys, it's like, it's getting worse and worse. And I think about these women and men, and I'm not going to say names because we don't know yet, but I mean, I think we're all worried about the same people, right? Like, we're all worried about Biebs, and we're all worried about, like I said, that poor girl Cassie. She's probably in hiding. I'm not even kidding. But this whole thing about, like, people are joking about the lube. That's not funny to me. I'm sorry, that's not funny. And you know me, I will make fun of very inappropriate stuff. But the idea that he would douse a woman in baby oil that has, I think it's GHB, which is, I think, Rohypnol, the rape drug. And I know I wasn't supposed to say that word, but I'm just going to say something that's going to get me in trouble. I'm a lifelong feminist. Those of you that are watching and you're guys, whether you're gay or straight or whatever, chances are your lady friends, your sister, your aunt, whatever, has been SA'd. Like, the chances of being a woman that gets to, let's say, my age, 63, and not have been SA'd are next to nothing. So I don't know Diddy. You're not going to find pictures of me and Diddy. If I even met him once, it was for 4 seconds backstage, but Kutcher was there. I'll tell you that much. And the idea that he would take this lubricant oil, whatever everybody's joking about, and that it would have the date rape drug and douse a woman in it so that her body goes limp. I'm just going to say it. I could kill him myself. I'm not, okay, I'm speaking in metaphor. But I have like a fantasy where I get to be alone with Diddy and I just cover him with that stuff, his own, whatever he was using. And I would like payback, if you know what I'm saying. And for all the women, girls, men, and boys that he did it to, and the others that colluded with him. Because we all know he didn't do this alone. By the way, it's all alleged. I don't have any proof. I don't know anything more than what I'm seeing, as much as you guys are. But I would sleep like a baby if I could douse him in that myself and then cause him pain. That's all I'm saying. I think about it. Because think of the bravery it took for these women to come forward. And I think about Cassie, who I've never met, but I think about how people didn't believe her until there was video. Like, we're still not believing people until there's freaking video. But guys like Diddy, their stock and trade is they know where to go to not be seen. And they know who's going to cover for them. And they know what part of the house that the cameras won't show and like all that stuff. But I'm just saying, I don't know if I have this thought about anybody else, frankly. I'm not like running around truly hating on people. Like, I'll make jokes about people. But I would like to douse him with that. And then for him to suffer like his victims did. And I would sleep like a baby. Kathy Griffin signing off. This has all been alleged. Just alleged.
Tom, we are shell-shocked in Hollywood by this Diddy thing, man. Is this the biggest pop culture story you've ever,
Well, it's big, and I don't know if it's the biggest thing, but it's awful. And, I think there's probably more to come.
Do you think it impacts the public's perception on celebrity in general? Like,
I think it impacts the public perception on Diddy.
Yeah.
And they're doing a hard look at his parties and things, but people in my business are appalled by this. In the music business, this is horrible, and it just takes a while for people to see things. Sometimes it seems like something bad's going on there. Then it takes some brave women to speak up, and they go, "Oh my God, this has been going on the whole time."
Yeah.
So same with Diddy or Jerry Sandusky or all these other, or Bill Cosby. It's there the whole time, but then you're like, oh my gosh, somebody has to step up. Yeah.
This litigator, Tony Busby, says there's going to be names that you're going to be shocked.
Okay.
Because they're going to expose those who were at the parties.
Yeah.
Who saw it, who were complicit.
Right.
What do you make of the implications that it could implicate others?
I don't know. Jeffrey Epstein, who was Donald Trump's best friend. They're like, oh, they get the list, take all these people down, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But if you're at this party with baby oil and the 1,000 things, I mean, you know what you're getting into. So it's a weird thing. And there are going to be people that were brought in, and probably young. There's a young singer. He's not young anymore, but when he first started living with Diddy, that I'm concerned about. But it's horrible.
It is.
Hopefully it'll all come out, and it really is about that first woman that spoke up and risked everything, because Diddy's a violent dude too, and threatening her, and not just her career but her life. And then another woman came up, so that's what happens. They're the heroes.
Thanks for speaking out on this. Nice,
we'll see what happens. I think we'll
All
try to do more.
Well, take care, Tom.
What's going on, man? How's it going?
Hey, do you have any comments on P. Diddy's situation? Have you been to his parties before?
Have I been to his parties? No, I never went to his parties.
No?
No, man.
You never got invited to go to his party?
I think I was a little old.
Well, no, you're not old, man. You look young.
No, I think I was a little old to be invited, is my point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. I've never been to any of his parties. I've never met the guy. I don't know any of those people. But it's disgusting, and I'm so grateful that justice is being served. And I really hope that there's a continuation of this and all of these scumbags get taken down, because children need to be protected.
I agree.
That is story.
I agree.
It's so gross. Anyway, God bless.
Oh, is it Janice Dickinson? Yeah. Janice, I've been waiting to talk to you. No one wants to talk about P. Diddy. Why?
Because he's an ass.
But like, how come everybody's so silent? Back in the day when we talked about the Cosby thing, everybody was talking about it.
Well, he's a big drip. I think he's a real big drip. They just uncovered tunnels underneath his house.
Diddy's?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes. I've never been. I don't know him. I don't like him, and I really don't like what he did to those women and men.
What could the tunnels be used for?
What do you think?
Taking people in and out from the Playboy Mansion to what? I don't know. I don't know.
Mentality.
Like a dungeon or something? No. Are there tunnels under there? Like, people are saying there's tunnels.
Tunnels
for what? Well, tunnels from the Playboy Mansion to Diddy's.
You and Jack Nicholson had your own secret passageway into the Playboy Mansion.
You look amazing. You're always sweet to us. Thank you. Janice Dickinson, who was one of Bill Cosby's accusers, everybody was outspoken about that thing. Seems like they're pretty quiet about P. Diddy, though. Jason, hey, my man, do you have any reaction to the Diddy scandal? Any reaction?
No reaction.
No reaction? Oh, man, you gotta have some reaction.
What you think about the video that came out today of Diddy pitting his hands on Cassie?
Man, you know that was crazy. And I know people gonna think that, yo, this is all what Gene wanted to see. But now, listen here, man. The devil got a purpose, God got a plan. Because a lot of people wasn't believing that this stuff even existed, brother. A lot of people didn't even think that Cassie was telling lies, Gene been telling lies, Lil Rob been telling lies, everybody lying on Diddy. My man, he punching that little girl in the head. Yo, you don't even kick a dog, man. You don't even kick a dog, bro. He kicking that little girl like she's a dog, man. It was crazy, man. Any man that has a sister, any man that has a friend that's a girl, any man that has a child, you understand, who saw that, if they wasn't appalled, but any man who saw that, wish they could put their hands on Diddy at that time, bro. That shit was appalling, bro. Bruh, when I saw him run down first of all, when I saw the white towel, I got flashbacks of him and Ja Rule running out the room. I had flashbacks of when they told me when he beat Misa so bad that he was kicking her, she had to go hide up under a car. It's crazy, bro.
The media know about it, then it's, oh man, that nigga's a bitch ass nigga. You mean to tell me in a hotel like that with a wild nigga running up the goddamn hallway, throwing vases and shouting at a woman, slapping her? Why hasn't this video surveillance been released? Why is this video out right now? This video is from years ago. You mean to tell me the hotel staff, the security, and all these people, none of them said anything about this video that you can clearly see somebody, I don't know if it's P. Diddy, you see a man dragging a woman up the hall, throwing vases at her and shit, and nobody says nothing until now? And you want me to think that P. Diddy is just a sick motherfucker when nobody said nothing? This woman is cowering on the floor, balling up, getting stumped out, and somebody saw that on the video, and the only time you're going to say something about it is when Cassie give a lawsuit? This nigga has been telling the black community to vote or die, because he's a Democrat fucking pawn, and that's why he was able to goddamn run around here like that. A Democrat little fuckboy that beat up women and do all this well, I ain't going to go that far, do all this punk shit. And now everybody's supposed to be scared of him because he can hire somebody else? You niggas that's been following this man, protecting this man, you guys are sick just like he is. If that's him in that video, and all of you men that's in that circle talking about take that, and all that monkey ass shit, all you niggas sicker than a motherfucker. Because all of this shit has been known. This is how our community is so dysfunctional. They see this type of shit going on and nobody say nothing. Nobody don't say nothing. This man is a mogul, and this is allegedly him on a video dragging a woman up the goddamn hallway, and y'all telling me that it ain't some black people that's living just as good as white people? He did worse than Dana White. I'm talking about Dana White this whole time. Dana White slapped his wife 2 times. This motherfucker stomping people up the goddamn hallway, dragging them, throwing shit at them. I'm looking at this video like, what the fuck? And the first thing that came to my mind is, how is somebody this visible, this famous, with this much money getting away with that type of shit? And I said, Kwame, why are you so surprised, boy? You've been right this whole time. This is why they so mad at you. You've been 100% right this whole time, boy. For the right person, they always look the other way. Yeah, for the right person, they're going to look the other fucking way. And it's sad. It's a sad day. I'm more mad at the people who saw the video years ago and never did nothing. That hotel should be boycotted. Fuck just P. Diddy. That hotel should be closed. It shouldn't be one black woman that go in that goddamn hotel and feel safe. Cause you mean to tell me they got a footage of somebody whooping a woman's ass and dragging her up the goddamn hallway and throwing vases at her and no hotel security said nothing. All of the hotel security staff should be fired. The hotel security should be the hotel should be added in that lawsuit. How do you protect a situation like that? And then now we all supposed to be only up in arms about P. Diddy when somebody has to enable this guy to do this shit. How did this take so long to come out? And if Cassidy never brought up that lawsuit, this nigga would still be at the take that parties. Man, I'm out of here. I got a graduation to go to. I told y'all, it's a go along, get along gang, and these niggas will look the other way for the person they like and the person that put some squilla in their pocket. That's all to it. That's it. That's all. Ain't no such thing as no goddamn black unity. It ain't no such thing as unity, period. You better mind yourself, mind your business, and take care of your family, because that's all you got. These other motherfuckers out here in the world, they'll look the other way. If somebody kicking my ass, ain't none of my brothers gonna look the other way. Somebody kicking my ass, all the people that love me, they ain't gonna look the other goddamn way. So that's who I goddamn look out for and rock out with. The rest of this shit is all phony to me. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm up out of this thing. Let me show y'all some of the guys that
It's gotten very, very scary. If it were just him, it would be sad. It would be very unfortunate. But I use the word scary because I get the impression, to put it kindly, that his life ain't the only life that's going to be affected. That they ain't after him just to get him. You got Homeland Security involved. You got the feds involved. I got news for you. They ain't coming just for him. They coming for a whole bunch of people. Hollywood's in trouble. I'm not talking about actors and actresses. I'm talking about the music industry. Because anybody that was associated with him are going to be considered suspect. I'm not saying any names because I ain't trying to do that to anybody. I'm not wishing that on anybody. But what I'm saying to you is that when you are associated with a figure that is being accused of the multitude of egregious acts that he has been accused of, sex trafficking, racketeering, drug use, prostitution, flying folks across state lines and all of this other stuff. Yo. But I'm telling you right now, anytime the feds are coming your way, they're not coming just for you. They're not coming. I can't wait till Kevin Frazier, my man for Entertainment Tonight, comes on the show in a few minutes. I can't wait, because let me tell you something. There's lessons to be peeled from all of this. Be careful about the enemies that you crop up. Be careful about people that have a target on your back. The people you've alienated, you've infuriated. Think about the people he's done business with. Think about the money involved. Think about how it would have been in folks' best interest to shut the hell up and never say anything. Yet somehow, some way, this stuff evidently was going on for years, according to the feds. And almost nobody said anything. That was before. And then suddenly, when things go bad, there's videotapes. There's recordings. There's surveillance cameras. There's electronic equipment. There's a multitude of statements. Clearly, he's in a world of trouble. This man is one of the richest people in the world, and he can't lead a country. At this moment, he can't lead a state. For all we know, by the end of the day, he won't be able to leave a jail cell. You're going after him like this, not just because he's some well-known figure, not just because he's P. Diddy, not just because you want to get him off the streets in your eyes if you're the feds, because supposedly you want to stop him from committing these criminal acts. You're after an enterprise. You're after an abundance of people. And I got news for you. If it were just people employed under Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, or anything else, that would be one thing. I'm just telling you from my experience in media for all of these decades. You don't do all of this to go after somebody and their coworkers. You do this because there's a bigger fish to fry. And you suspect that he's the one that's going to nail it for you.
I'll be really surprised if Diddy beats all these charges. The question is, how many of these so-called accomplices will go down with him? I guess we'll have to wait and see how it plays out, right? All right. Peace out, fam. We'll catch you on the next one. Late.
Together for Kesha!
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack.